Morning Glory. Welcome to Lisa Ann Can. I'm Lisa Ann. Actually, it's not morning, it's evening, and I'm getting ready to make supper. And tonight on the menu is fried salmon patties. So I thought I would show how I make them because it's very simple and the kids enjoy it. I won't say they all love it, but they do like it and eat it. And it's pretty low carb, so let me show you the ingredients that I've got gathered here. Okay, so I buy the double Q wild caught Alaska salmon. Some of the cans will say wild Alaska salmon, but that does not mean that they're wild caught, so it's important to me that I get the wild caught and not farm raised because they don't have any food color additives in them. So 2 cans. I have 5 Wasa crackers. You'll need 2 eggs and some salt. And I use Mrs. Dash salt-free lemon pepper seasoning. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is take a meat tenderizer and pulverize my crackers. Doesn't have to be finely pulverized. Next, I'll crack 2 eggs into the bowl with the crackers. Give that a stir. Put the cans of salmon in there. And you do include the juice from the salmon. Keep an empty can handy for cleanup afterwards. I'll show you. So give that a stir, mix it in with the crackers. At this point, I like to take my potato masher and mash the salmon very fine. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, about a tablespoon of Mrs. Dash lemon pepper, stir that in really well, and I'm going to give it a second mashing with the potato masher. The more of the big lumps that you get out of it, the better it'll hold together when you're frying them. Alright, I'll push all my mix over to one side of the bowl for the next step, which is to make your salmon patties, form them into balls. So I use I think this is a medium portion scoop, but I use 2 scoops. This requires you to get your hands dirty. So half 1 scoop, and then a second scoop, and I can blend them into a ball with one hand and set it aside. That way I can keep one hand clean. Alright, that made 17 balls, and I'm going to let them sit here while I do some other prep work. But I find it good to let them sit for a while because those crackers absorb more moisture, and that tends to help hold them together better. Since we're using no flour in this recipe, they will tend to fall apart if you try to do it too quickly. What I need to do is make some sauce that I like to serve the salmon patties with. So I make cocktail sauce and tartar sauce. So I'll gather those ingredients and show you how I make those. Alright, first tartar sauce. I'm usually the only one that eats tartar sauce in the family, so I'll only make a small portion, which is going to be about a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, a That's what I'm going to do for the sake of the video. About a teaspoon of pickle relish. That adds a little bit of carbs, but not very many. And then the juice of half of a lemon. I'm using the strainer, of course, to catch the seeds. Give that a stir. And it really needs more pickle relish, but because it's for me, I'm not going to add any more. The lower carb, the better. Pour that in a serving dish and put that in the refrigerator till serving time. All right, for the cocktail sauce, it's pretty easy. Ketchup and prepared horseradish and the other half of the lemon. So I'll start with about half a cup of ketchup. Everybody really likes this, so I have to make extra. Squeeze the lemon juice. And I'm going to start with about a tablespoon of the horseradish. Getting low, time to write it on the list. It smells good. Taste and see. It needs more horseradish. In total, I'd call that about a heaping tablespoon of prepared horseradish. Yep, that's pretty good. Okay, same thing. I'll put that in the refrigerator until serving time. The next thing that I've done is taken a baking sheet and put 2 layers of paper towels. I'm going to put this in the oven on warm. Okay, my daughter has got some rice soaking here, and it'll only take about 20 to 30 minutes to cook, so I'll get that started at about 5:30. We always have supper at 6 o'clock here, and then I'll go ahead and put my peanut oil in my frying pan. Just need a little small layer. Just need to coat the bottom of the pan well and a little extra. You can use whatever type of oil you like, but remember to use one that will be able to withstand high heat. Okay, I've got my rice turned on. Got some water boiling here for edamame. And I've got the heat on under my peanut oil. And I've got it on about medium-high. And as soon as it starts to swirl, I'll drop a little bit in there to test it to see if it's ready to fry. Alright, I'm going to do a little test. Yep, it's hot and ready to go. So I'll take each patty, give it a little mush and a shape. Take a look at my clock. It says 5:33. About 3 minutes on each side does the trick.
$5.36, Mom.
Okay. Alright, it's been 3 minutes. We're going to gently turn them. And 3 minutes on the other side. These go in the oven, and the next batch goes in. About 42, 3 minutes. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. with the second batch. More minutes. I'm going to turn this boiler here up. The water is boiling. And goes the edamame. The rice has absorbed all the water. I'm waiting for the edamame to return to a boil. Meanwhile, I'm going to clean up the grease to get the smell out of the kitchen. That's why I said save the can. So I take some dirty paper towels out of the garbage can that I've been using to wipe with. Stuff one down in the bottom. And very carefully pour the grease into the can. It's very hot, as you can see. I'm going to wash this pan off in hot water. Clean. Stuff the rest of the towels in there. Set that aside to cool, and then I can throw it in the garbage can. Light a couple of candles to get the fishy smell out, and turn the vent on. Lots of salt. Okay, all done and ready. Plates. All set up for a buffet. Patties, rice, edamame, butter and soy, and glasses full of ice and iced tea. Thank you for watching.